What's going on, everybody? This is Phil from Night Owl Studios. Now, over the years, my friends and family have seen me play guitar a lot. A lot of practice time to some show time. And in those years, almost every single time I was playing a Les Paul Custom. That's just my flavor of choice. I just love those guitars. Now, my purpose of this video today is, of those guitars, almost all of them I've changed out the pickups. I went through the same hunt that I'm sure countless people have gone through to see which ones they like for themselves. I've tried actives, passives, you name it. And the flavor that I kind of settled on is a little bit more of a lower output P.A.F style, whatever that is, without spending 10 grand. So of these guitars, I'm going to go through them, do a sound comparison, and really see if you can tell a major difference between each of them. We'll see. So the first guitar I have is a 1978 Les Paul Custom. That guitar I bought probably 15 years ago, and it was destroyed. I had to reset the neck, frets. For some reason, it was well loved. But I loved that guitar when I got it, and I figured it was worth putting it back together, and I did. And a few years ago, I ended up settling with some Throbak pickups, specifically the SLE-101 pluses. My second guitar is a 1983 Gibson Les Paul Custom. Now that guitar is bone stock. I haven't done anything to it. It has the original Tim Shaw pickups that came with it, and it sounds really good. I did that for a reason. I know I've taken apart all my other Les Pauls and all my other guitars, but this one, I just wanted to leave it alone. And I use that one for a lot of my lower mid-gain kind of stuff. It does work for higher gain, but I kind of like the other Les Pauls for that. Guitar number 3, early 2000s Gibson Les Paul Custom. Now this was a 68 VOS reissue, so all the hardware is kind of that worn out chrome, which I really liked. And it has a 50 style neck, so it's pretty beefy. And I used that one for years. I completely wiped it out, refret. I mean, I beat the heck out of this thing. And I went through a ton of pickups, bare knuckles, EMGs, you kind of name it for that, for whatever flavor I was looking for at the time. But I eventually settled on some Tom Holmes H450, H455s. Now the purpose of this video is not a shootout. I don't want to see which one is better or worse. I want to see if you can tell that much of a difference, really. Because what sounds good to me may not sound good to anyone else. Someone may listen to this and say, I don't like any of them. Or I specifically like this one. So it wouldn't be necessarily fair of me to pick a favorite right out of the gates. In any case, you have your Tim Shaws, which are your lower end, and came stock with the guitar. Lower end at the time. I know they're a little pricey if you want to buy them now. You have the Throbaks, were about $700, and the Tom Holmes were about 1,000 used. And they're creeping up there because he doesn't make them anymore. This video, I wanted to pick a track that really embodied the Les Paul sound. And that track was Led Zepplin, Whole Lotta Love. Now I took a little bit of the beginning, a little bit of a verse, going right into the solo, right, for each guitar on the bridge position. So it's not a really long clip, but it gives you kind of an idea of how it would sound. Let's talk signal chain. Now all of those guitars go out into a J Rockett 45 caliber pedal and into my Fender Pro Reverb, which is a 1965. Out of that goes into a universal audio aux with a 412 basket weave setting. And I thought it really captured that sound well, kind of that overdriven sound. So let's take a listen. First we're going to hear all the tracks and see the guitars, and then after that we'll go into the isolated tracks, and then we'll end the video. Alright, let's hop right in. Alright everybody, that wraps up the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Anytime I get to play some Zeppelin that's a good time for me. Anyway, what were your thoughts? Which pickups did you like? Did you like any of them, all of them, none of them? Let me know what your preference is in the comments section. Anyway, please like and subscribe if you like what you saw, and I'm going to have a lot more content coming your way. All right, thank you so much. Stay tuned.